In this video, we're going to look at the flight controls in the cockpit, the basic layout, the stick, the rudder pedals, the air brakes, flaps we'll talk about, and of course finally the trim lever.
Okay, so this is the inside of the glider, the controls and your instruments. This is the joystick. Forward the nose goes down, back the nose comes up, roll left, roll right, fox do a barrel roll, etc. Your rudders are done with pedals, rudder pedals, and they do the rudder left and right.
Now we'll look at the air brakes. The air brakes are a misleading name because you would imagine that they're used to slow you down, but in fact they're not. What they do is change your rate of descent. They're lockable so that they don't inadvertently open in flight, and they're located on the left hand side. They're the blue lever. You always use your left hand on the air brakes and the right hand on the stick. Now we'll look at flaps. Most training gliders are not fitted with flaps, so we'll only cover them very briefly. It's a lever on the left hand side, very often with notches set for the various positions of the flaps. Flaps effectively change the shape of the wing and therefore the performance of it. Very useful for gliders. The short video clip following is produced by Cambridge University Gliding Club and will explain how they work.
Control will introduce other flaps. As most training gliders do not have flaps, we will only cover them briefly. Flaps change the shape of the wing, optimizing it for different flying conditions. When flaps point up, negative flap, the wing has reduced drag at high speeds. Small amounts of positive flap increase lift and reduce the stall speed, useful when flying slowly and thermaling. Larger amounts of positive flap are used when landing.
Right, finally we'll look at the trim lever. The trim lever is always colour-coded green and it removes the stick loads during flight. On the glider in the video you'll see that it's located on the right hand side of the cockpit. Sometimes it's located in the centre by the stick, and on other occasions, different gliders, it will be located on the left hand side. But whatever side it's on, you will always operate the lever with your left hand. So in the K13, for instance, you will reach across your body with your left hand while holding the stick with your right hand. In summary, we have the stick. Forwards, the nose pitches down. Backwards, the nose pitches up. If we move the stick to the right, the aircraft rolls to the right, and move the stick to the left, the aircraft rolls to the left. At your feet, you have two rudder pedals, and you push the right rudder pedal to the right, and the left rudder pedal to the left. The blue lever on the left is the air brakes, and they're used typically and normally on the approach to adjust for your approach path for landing. Flaps, most of your training gliders won't have flaps, but they effectively change the shape of the wing. They're on the left hand side and they're normally indented in some way for the various settings that you might want. And then finally the trim lever, which might be on the right, left or in the centre, is used to remove the stick loads in flight and make life easier for the pilot. If you want any more training videos, you can visit glidingacademy.com. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.